Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Kuro, and we're playing some more Genshin Impact on the PS5. We're gonna go with Yulan and Kokomi. We're gonna head off over here. Oh, wait. Hop. This should help us. Right. So we're just gonna drop down. Activate the viewpoint. Get that. Right. Health may be a little bit low. I haven't really done much work on Yulan and Eula. I have been preparing to set Kokomi up as a healer. But yeah. I am gradually working through the leveling of all my characters, so I'm going to try and bring them up to level.
It's pretty light, so just past this wall is the desert, huh?
Yes, we're heading into the desert.
Wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is very impressive. So did the gods do that?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hyphen.
Huh?
What are you doing here?
Over here.
Okay, we're kind of standing out a little bit.
Oh, Hyphen went that way! Let's hurry up and follow
Alright,
him.
we're following after our Hyphen. Maybe we'll run as a taller character. Longer legs means we run further, right? Oh, there's we'll grab this. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's those.
What the? Where did she go?
Aramite. Oh, are they going? They're chasing after us?
How did we lose them?
Oh, maybe we'll get to actually battle them.
Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Yeah, thanks, Al-Hyphen.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
Okay.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
And what's the
I
mistake?
developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
So does Al-Hyphen actually know about the time loop or the memory loop?
To take us back on their orders.
I think we can put up a good
You've
fight.
already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However,
No surprise.
had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Yes, I would imagine that we would be.
You do have...
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
Okay, so he's
Not
basically
quite.
interested in us.
To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Some
Everyone says
difficulties,
the
you
capsule
say?
originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting.
Why am I
The
so
leader of
interesting?
Aino Akhmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you.
Yeah.
And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that
I
kind of
actually can't
reaction,
remember what
I
happened. It
think
was
you
like
must have
over a month
realized
ago.
something.
So,
Are you
that's
interested
something
at
else.
all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
yes. What actually happened? World, forget me.
Haytham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close
Yeah,
to
you could
your
be like a
chest.
double
But that
agent
does
or
prove
spy
you do
or
have
something.
some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge. No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Yes, we are headed to the desert to meet up with
But we don't really have any concrete
whoever.
goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aaru Village.
Aaru
It's
Village.
the largest
Okay.
settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have...
Should we head there
Always
together?
better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Let's form a party. And he's not actually in the party. Why am I not surprised? Right. So where are we actually going? Oh, okay. That's not too far. Statue of the Seven. Okay, I found the Statue of the Seven. So it's down there where the next quest point is going to be. I'm hoping to trigger the statue before I actually touch the quest point. So let's trigger the statue first. Okay. Is it just me, or does something just pop out of the ground? I don't know what that was. Okay, we need more Dendroculus, but that's fine. We're starting to farm them. Right, we've got the viewpoint, which is good. Now let's trigger the next part of the story.
Before us lies Aaru Village.
Aaru
the
Village.
Safe haven of the desert folk.
Okay.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool
Must be
place.
boiling hot.
Let's go check it out.
Okay, let's check it out. Oh, it's a pre-rendered cutscene.
Cyno. Unless my memory fails,
Are we about?
we have barely spoken.
I thought
two
we was
words
about
to
to
each
battle
other before
Cyno,
now
but
in the academia.
Cyno
Would you care
is
to enlighten me as to when and how I
Kaggyfilms
invited
from
the General
YouTube.
Mahamatra's wrath?
Who, those of you
Oh,
who
hey.
watches the Fell Cersus,
Do not think you can
Cell
escape
Versus
my
video
judgment,
on Double
just
Artemis
because you
channel
managed to
will
escape
probably
my
know
attack.
about Kaggyfilms.
Judgment?
But he's
So
also
that's how
Leon
you
from
characterize
Pokemon.
your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would
Oh
have
wow,
been able
he's
to
really
stop me.
changed his voice there.
Though
He's also
styled like
Charlotte
an
from Dragon Ball.
assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seems
wow,
to
that's
me
really
more
good.
Like your own personal touch.
Kaggy has a really good,
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
he's a really good voice actor.
Did you call him?
I didn't really know about him until I started watching his videos on YouTube.
Yes. General Mahamatra Cyno, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never
Well,
choose to side with him.
Blocking an
I
attack
wouldn't
for
believe
him,
a single
more like
word
you
that
came
comes out
at
of his
us as
mouth.
well. So
I've been
we kind of
pursuing
did
this scribe for
what
a
we had to
long
do
time.
for self-defense.
I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise,
Yeah.
there will be consequences.
Which one should we go for? I don't trust him as much as you seem to
Has
think.
Al-Haytham done something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
Yeah.
I won't
He's a little bit
waste my breath
sketchy.
explaining things.
Communication is key.
I saw
Please
it
speak.
during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
From his cold dead corpse.
Very perceptive of you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Matra sensors. There we go. The divine knowledge
The
capsule.
divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No,
No
he
wonder
took
you
it.
speak with such confidence, Cyno. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As
General
far as I'm
Mahamatra,
aware,
so
the other Matra
he-
have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's let's say, morally dubious?
Most
If I
likely.
was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the academia?
It's a message for the sages. Okay. Memory
I
Lupin?
should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh. What should we do, Traveler?
Should we watch them
Paimon
fight,
feels like we can't
or
trust
should we
either of
interfere?
them.
Well, look at you two.
Hello,
acting all
Dea.
tough and self-righteous over there.
Now there's more and more people joining. Oh yes, Dia, not Dea.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Eh,
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna
that's a
start
little bit
fighting
hard.
again.
I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
Sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day.
You
that's
just
for
want to
sure.
watch and take some notes.
Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aaru Village?
And what's
Seems
Aaru
like
Village got to do
someone's
with
gonna
you?
have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect
Yeah,
these grounds.
third party.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
No, they're about to fight. This could be a three-way wall.
What's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Can't you just like disappear?
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Oh,
Hey!
there's another character
all of
over
you,
there.
Over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Who are you?
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace.
Candace.
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
No, they're
Alright,
waiting. They're still
stop
waiting to
yelling.
strike at one another. Well, we have just jumped into a new scene. Okay. That's some intense staring. Are you gonna stare all day or what? There's this awkward silence.
This
Pretty
is
tense.
pretty awkward.
Very awkward.
Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
Just
My
sit
sincere
down like a normal
apologies,
person.
everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Oh, she's a Hydro.
Please, let me introduce myself.
I can't
I'm
remember if she
Candace,
was
Protector
a
of Aaru Village.
5-star or 4-star character.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
Yeah, thank you.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're
Yeah.
all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within Aaru Village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
So is she like the ruler
So
of
please,
Aaru Village?
Have an honest and sincere conversation with one another.
So I'm guessing as
and
long
put
as
your
they're within the
hostile feelings
village,
to rest.
they play by her rules.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Okay, that sounds pretty nasty. So we're not allowed to fight.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Candace might actually be quite strong if she's able to throw them out. Otherwise,
that
they
goes
wouldn't
for
care and
you
just
too, Miss
fight.
Dia.
Oh, okay. She's
Do I
just
make
itching for a
myself
fight.
Clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
More or less.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was
Okay,
supposed
begin
to be
what?
a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just
Yeah,
now.
she was
Anyway, one of those
raring
two
to
should
go at
probably
those
start
two.
talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide. so there's no shame in explaining myself.
Explain
While
yourself.
Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission.
What is the
Rather,
mission?
I've chosen to exile myself.
But why? Why would you exile yourself?
Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress.
The
As General
production of a
Mahamatra,
new god?
I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
I have no idea who Asar is,
I tried
but
to
it sounds pretty
investigate the
important.
issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
They
I
definitely
realized
are.
then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages.
Again,
to
why
assert
did
and
they
maintain
not...
their control over
They could have had
knowledge.
opportunity to
The
include a
vows that we
fight
took,
between
the principles
Cyno
that we strive
and
to uphold,
Al-Haytham, and
meaningless
then
to the
we
academia.
could have joined in
I
and
believed it would
had
be
some
wise to
action.
flee the academia before the sages had
Now
a
I
chance to
kind of
take
understand
action against me.
why people have
This
been
way,
complaining
They
about
can no longer see
Sumeru.
nor predict my actions. I will never
This has
give
literally
up on
become
this
more or less a
investigation.
reaction.
There's no need for someone else
Reaction
to give
video.
me power or
Reaction
authority.
slash comedy,
Once
commentary.
I find the truth, I will
Commentary
administer
video.
judgment by my own name.
Cyno seems to have the same goal as us.
Okay.
We're all investigating the sages.
Yep.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels well.
Still a little bit too
Cyno,
early to trust him.
If that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage.
And
The
what's
sages
this
asked
conversation?
you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al-Haytham?
After
Backstabber.
all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Let me guess, they were baiting
Unfortunately,
you
those
and...
academics don't know me at
yeah.
all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my
Okay.
perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone? So,
Yes.
I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I
Yeah,
been
and let me
less
guess, you got
guarded,
branded
I
as
probably
a
would have ended
target.
up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean
Right.
that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything.
And then you got your
So it
hands on
came
the
as quite
divine
a
knowledge
surprise
capsule.
when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia.
I don't know why,
Also, you should remember,
but they
you were
seem
the
they
ones
seem
who
like
decided to follow me
very
and strike up a
cliche.
conversation after I left that tavern.
I know we picked Lumine as the character for the story, for our story of Genshin Impact, but the way that these two are behaving, Cyno and Hyphen, they're kind of like the two really good-looking guys in an Asian drama having a petty fight over the female lead.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
It's a little bit too early to trust him.
I took the
feel
divine
it's too early
knowledge
to trust
capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk.
Yes, especially if we
used
used
it
it.
would be best for no one to
went
interact
insane.
with before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Fair enough.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion.
Especially
Answer me
suspicion.
this.
Yeah?
Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Do you know about the
Have I not
project?
made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
So both of them don't know anything about the project.
Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy.
Oh,
for
fair
now.
enough.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
What are you doing here?
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
That fits the character so much.
My situation is pretty
love Dia.
straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home.
From
I had nothing
Elisard,
going
yeah?
on, so I decided to return to Aaru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
And then you spotted
Then I
two
saw these two
good-looking
random
guys
in the middle
about
of
to have
pointless
a
argument. You take me off.
pretty
and things
serious
went downhill from there.
fight, yeah.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case...
So what, are these two sisters
welcome
or
back, Dia.
friends?
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
I like the fact that her eyes are two different colors. Oh, what is that? Are we about to have an actual fight?
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
How strong are you?
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't
I
want
mean,
some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is
For
not for the faint-hearted.
vision users, yeah.
Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
So, really? We
wind's
had
died
another
down.
opportunity
That
to
means
have a
the
fight.
sandstorm's over,
Why
right?
would you skip over that
Candace
content?
still isn't
As
back
much as
yet,
I
though.
love the story,
You alright?
and that we're actually
Maybe
getting
we
main
should go
story
out and
content,
check on her.
I kind of
When
want
you
some
put it that
gameplay.
way, even
This
I'm
is
starting to
really
feel
bad
worried.
for me
All
making
right,
YouTube
let's go.
videos.
We've been here long enough. The boys are as chatty as the floor.
You know what? I'm just gonna quickly check outside. I have no idea if there's going to be any fight or anything, but looks like there's not going to be anything. So
Take it easy.
there is also a waypoint very close by for no apparent reason. So there's that. I think this is also a good point to end the episode. I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed the content so far. Remember to like and subscribe. Drop any comments in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Sumeru and whether or not you like this particular content or chapter of Genshin Impact. Hey, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. It really does help me out. If you haven't already done so, you can also hit the bell icon and turn on notifications. That way you'll get updates for when I upload my new videos. Or follow me on Twitter at KuroAkiGames. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/KuroAkiGames, where I occasionally stream my raw gameplay videos on there or some content that isn't on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at KuroAkiGames, and I will see you guys soon.